Hello and welcome to an all-new episode of the Black Empowerment 365 show. I am one of your hosts, Kente, all the way live from Los Angeles, California. I know I've been away for a while. I just got in early this morning. I am so happy to be back home. I'll be able to sleep in my own bed, which I haven't done in quite a while. So I'm so happy to be here. And I'm here with the beautiful, the wonderful, the talented Kiana Rodriguez. How are you doing, Kiana?
I am wonderful. I'm wonderful. I'm here in Charlotte. I'm having a good time. It's been a long week, but man, I am so excited about tonight. I'm excited. So I'm glad that you made it back safely. I'm so glad you had a great trip. And I'm telling you, it was so fun to see all the pictures along the way.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't know if I'm gonna do that again because I traveled to Chicago on a train, and I got it out my system. So I'm gonna fly when I go back in May. I'm gonna fly. So, but it was fun though. I'm glad I did it. I hadn't done it since maybe 96 or something like that with the train. So I'm glad that I got that out my system. So, all right. So with that said let's, I'm going to hand the mic over to you, Kiana, and I'm going to let you introduce our wonderful guest.
Perfect. Okay. So we have Cordelia here. I met Cordelia actually while we were celebrating Black History Month. We were part of the World Black History on Perry, right?
Yep.
And I was able to watch one of her scopes, and I'm telling you, just her presence, it really drew me to her and just the information that she was giving. And then I learned what she actually does. I'm telling you, if you understand just how youthful this young woman is and how brilliant she is as far as keeping us healthy, it was just such a blessing to be able to meet you and to get to know more about you. And so you are here tonight to really help us make our delicacies healthier. And I know this is a big issue for many of us. And like I said before, it's a big issue for me. So I'm so thankful for you to join us tonight. So tell us a little bit more.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Kiana.
Yes.
I appreciate you. You're such a beautiful presence and spirit also. I feel like I met my sister from another mother,
Yes. Yes, I agree.
So workout around my day is kind of a combination of things. It sounds like it is only just about, the movement and the exercise, but it's really about taking a stand for your health. And I talk a lot about nutrition in my book. Let's see, where is it? The guide, how to get started with workout around my day. In fact, the first half of the book is completely about nutrition. It talks about portion and why you should eat certain types of food together, the benefit, what it does for your body, the benefit of eating foods in season, and just a plethora of things as far as spices and herbs and different things. So what I'd like to talk about tonight is, a combination of things we can talk about. If you go to a fast food restaurant, maybe which ones you should target and what you should get on the menu, or why we should stay away from them.
Well, I would really love to start on, what really brought you to the field of health, wanting to make people healthier. Can you really explain to us maybe your background in that and why is it a passion for you?
Absolutely. For me, I found that even though I grew up with parents that we ate really well, my mom had a kitchen garden, and my father made sure that, we ate a full breakfast and those kind of things. I found myself, when I had my first two children, not healthy and out of energy. And I actually gained like 60 pounds with my second pregnancy. And, I had never had that much weight on myself in my life, and I didn't know what to do. And so then I realized that, nutrition and health is more than just having the knowledge. It's like you really have to fight for that knowledge. So I started actually studying more and finding out because, we're not really taught when we're pregnant, what to eat or how to eat. And I would go to my OB, every visit and ask, okay, so what should I be eating? And she said, oh, the regular, just have extra protein, have some iron. So I wanted to know more about that. So that's where the research really began. And then recovering from that second pregnancy, I had to find ways to exercise to keep my energy up because I was working outside the home at that time. So I was commuting. I had two babies, one was two and one was brand new. And so I needed to be able to be on all the time. And I'm sure you can relate to that.
I do.
So, I just made it my mission and my passion. I said, okay, I'm not going to, because coffee is not where it's at. Coffee is not going to help you. It's not going to help you stay on. It's not good for your body, especially not for women. So I had to find something that would support my body and keep my energy up and also support me in nursing. And so that's where it started. Then I, besides my own, just researching on my own, I decided to go ahead and get more knowledge as far as getting a diploma in sports nutrition. So, and now I'm currently going towards advanced studies in health and nutrition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So it's really about helping mothers to take a stand for their health.
That's really powerful. I mean, can you tell us a little bit more about your book? Because I have your book and I think it's very helpful. I really procrastinate when it comes to my health. I'll start, I'll have a really good week, I'll bang it out, and then the next week I'm like, ah. And so with your book, it does lay everything out there. But can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Sure. So once, I give you the background in nutrition and how to choose your foods and how to choose your portion size, I actually have a part that says your turn.
Yes.
Right. So day by day, you kind of edit the way you eat. And just to make it open, it starts with today. I don't have, any dates to put in there. It's just today, day 1, day 2. And, over a period of 5 days, with each meal, you can, okay, so give me an example of what you eat for breakfast. Let's do it like this.
I don't eat breakfast. I drink coffee. I don't eat breakfast. I drink coffee. Yeah. And that's it. Okay.
So in your case, it's a very non-judgmental thing. It's just a reflection activity.
Keep it frank with us. Keep it frank. Judge away. Judge away.
But just to be honest, you slept for 8 hours, let's hope, right? Because you need
I don't.
sleep. But we know that the average mother probably sleeps about 3.5 or 4 hours because she's staying up at night trying to figure out, what's going on for the next day and, cleaning up everything that everybody didn't do. So after your 4 hours of sleep and your midnight snack of, potato chips or a piece of cake, then you want to wake up in the morning and really anchor your day with a high protein meal. So I'll give you an example of what I eat. Okay. Most often, like a boiled egg or two. I may have red beans without the rice. but I would have like a small salad.
She's dropping us all off, man. We're all done. We're all done.
Yeah.
Small salad with in-season greens. So right now we would be having arugula with some cilantro to help with digestion. And you want to have some in-season fruits. Right now I'm cutting up either, I guess I go between pears and mangoes, because mangoes are coming into season. And then, of course, I have my good fats and carbohydrates in the form of a bowl of oatmeal, okay, with half a tablespoon of coconut oil or walnut oil. And I'll sprinkle that over with 2 teaspoons of hemp seeds. And I will sometimes, I'm not all about the sweetness, because if you eat it with the coconut oil, it really gives it a nice flavor. But I may put some almonds in it. So if you look at that, we have a lot of plant-based proteins in that breakfast. Okay, you've got
that's a lot of breakfast too.
Yeah, and then a cup of water, right, to wash it all.
Okay.
And and then after that.
Yes. Yes, it was all breakfast, right?
Yeah, that was just my breakfast. We'll talk more about food at lunch.
Oh, Jesus.
So what you'll find with, having that for breakfast, that allows your body to wake up. And it really turns on. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, now I can start my day. I'm telling you guys, it's better than coffee. However, because I will probably need a little bit more energy, or, just a little oomph. If you're going to do coffee, this is what I do. I have a shot of espresso. And I put that in about 4 ounces of coffee. So it's a total of like 5 ounces of coffee. And that should be all you need for the day. And it should keep you going and going and going and going. I'm here. See?
Yeah, you are here. You are here. You are definitely here.
Wow.
And after that, just staying hydrated all day. That's really what keeps you turned on.
I do. I drink a lot of water. I don't drink sodas. I don't drink juice anymore. I just drink water. For lunch today, I had some chicken thighs, and I had kale.
Okay.
And so I steamed the kale and the chicken thighs, and that's what I had for lunch.
Okay.
And I did have like one of those little breakfast things. They're kind of like a cookie. It's like a cookie. It's like a cookie.
The Gavita.
Yeah, but yes, yes, I had those.
Oh, the flat ones, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they're really good.
Yeah.
They're good.
That's good.
Well, one of the reasons why I think a lot of people don't eat as healthy as maybe they would like to is because it can be quite pricey. Anyone who's been to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or places like that can tell you that it can take a pretty penny to eat healthy. And, unfortunately, to eat unhealthy seems to be cheap as hell. So,
Yes.
you can get junk really cheap. So, for someone who's on a budget, who's trying to make their, to eat healthier, to be, to get in better shape, do you have any kind of economical tips on how they can eat healthier, but maybe, not spend as much money?
The thing of it is, it's a common misconception that it's cheaper to not eat well and it's more expensive to eat well, because, we're a large family. I have 6 children. So we don't really spend a lot of money on food, comparatively speaking. I mean, I know people with half as many kids that spend as much as we do on food. So what you need to look at is, what are you buying? If you're buying a lot of boxed things, a lot of processed things, and that's a good point, Ricardo. it's versus the cost of a trip to the hospital, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so but let's just look at this for a minute, because you can actually get fresh fruits and vegetables for a family of, I guess, an average size family is about 4 or 5 people, right? For a week for about $30-$40. Okay, and we're talking about, like what I just said, the bitter greens, some cilantro, a bag of what do you call it? Either tangerines, or I mean, you don't have to do mangoes. If you do a mango a week, that's fine. Most fresh fruits and vegetables have vitamin C in it anyway, no matter what color they are, and most fruits and most vegetables have protein in them. Anyway, that's the thing that people don't realize. They think that they have to have meat. So you don't have to have meat either. Another thing, notice what I'm talking about. Beans. You can get a bag of beans for like 33 cents.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can get a bag of beans for 33 cents, or you can get, I don't even know what else you could get for 33 cents. That's cheap and not healthy. But if you go into the dry bean aisle, you could get any kind of bean you want for like 33 cents a bag. I'm talking like 16-ounce bag, 2 packs of ramen noodles. Yeah, that's not healthy. So that's just loaded with sodium. So, okay, so for the same amount of money, you could probably get about 3 or 4 days worth of meals out of some beans. Soak the beans overnight. You can make soup from beans. You can add it to your meat dishes. Like, what is that called? Chili. Many people eat chili, right?
Yeah.
And like usually, and you can plant the beans, yes. And
they're being silly.
And then you always have beans. Okay, now this is a good question, Ricardo. So what are the basic spices every kitchen should have, and what should I get every time I go to the grocery store? Okay, so every kitchen should have cilantro, ginger, garlic. Okay. These are those 3 things. You can use them like in soups. You can use them in beans. You can use them in meats. You can use them on their own to make teas, right? Ginger, you can use that to make a ginger tea to help you. Cilantro, it helps with digestion, and you can also cook with it at the last minute, but you usually want to just have that raw. Turmeric, black pepper, cumin, coriander is really the powder of the cilantro, right? So what I usually do is I'll get the seeds, like coriander seeds. That way you can plant the seeds, right? And if you crush them, you can powder it, and then you'll still have it. This is another money-saving tip. So, like, you can go to the Indian store and get a bag of coriander seeds, okay? Like $1.99, okay? With that bag, you can take some, like a third of that bag, crush it up. You got your powder to cook with. You only need about 1 or 2 teaspoons of it when you're cooking. You can take a third of that bag, or not even a third of that bag. You can take like some of it and plant some seeds. You'll have your own cilantro, because cilantro does get pricey at some times of the year. And you'll know whether or not it's organic because you made your own compost to put it in your own garden, okay? Then you can use the rest of the coriander, however you want. So you've got a bag of coriander seeds, right? For cooking with, for planting with, and then you'll have it, and that'll last you a long time. Fennel seeds, another good thing. That's if you're a nursing mother, fennel is great to make a tea with, right? So you can take some of it and make a tea with it. You can take some of it and you can put it in all your dishes. You can do the same thing. You can plant them. You're buying seeds, right? So you just soak it. What again? I buy also cumin seeds. All of this stuff is $1.99. over at the Indian store, okay? And just get that, and same method. Take some, crush some, cook with it. Take some, plant some, soak it and plant it. So you're good. I mean, especially a family of 4 or 5 people, I mean, you'll be set. We may have to do another blab about what to do with those seeds. Other thing, your garlic. So you bought garlic, right? The stalk from the garlic, you can plant that. Your onion, stalk from the onion, you can plant that. I mean, of course, you want to make sure you're getting organic stuff if you're going to try and plant it, because otherwise it won't sprout most likely. Not to mention that it's not going to be any good to your body. Let's think. So now, getting back to the turmeric and the black pepper, right? If you have turmeric and black pepper, there's a couple of other things you can do with this now. You take that, and you can make golden paste, which is really good for, cleansing your body. Everyone talks about detox. Well, check this out. There's a couple of things. You cook with the turmeric, and you'll feel a difference in your body if you cook with turmeric. Like if you're putting it in your red beans, if you're putting it, I'm not gonna let you go with red beans. If you're putting it, on your meat dishes, it's just a completely different feeling that you'll have. And above and beyond that, you can put it in milk and it'll become a paste. Now let's talk about milk. Okay, so now everyone thinks that almond milk is better, and this kind of nut milk is better. Well, why pay $6 for that when you can pay like $8 for a pound of almonds, raw almonds, and you just soak it overnight, okay? And then you make your own almond milk, right?
Oh, wow.
And then you can also have some almonds, same thing with the seeds, right? Have some almonds on the side to eat. So you're making your own almond milk, then you're making.
How do you do that? You said soak them. What do you soak them in?
Purified water. So
that's it?
Yeah, you got a Brita filter. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 4 cups of water, and you soak them up like at least 12 hours. Put it in the blender, and you've got almond milk.
Wow.
So I think, I haven't really calculated, but between your seasonings, your vegetables, we're getting the seeds, right? And that's another thing, like with the pepper, go ahead and get the peppercorns. I know everyone's like, oh my gosh, the peppercorn thing is, okay, think about that for a minute. Even with the salt, I buy the pink Himalayan salt at Costco, $3.99.
Yes.
All year long over here. It lasted a family of 8 all year long, because for one thing, Himalayan salt, you don't have to use that much. Okay.
Right.
And another thing, if you set it to fine, I mean, you can just grind, 1-2 turns, and it will last forever. I mean, I think I just bought one again this year from last January, So there are a lot of ways to save money, but I mean, you're saving your life, and you're spending less money. It may appear to be more work, but at the end of the day, you gotta take time to break open those boxes and throw it in the microwave. Why don't you just take the same time, soak the seeds, right? Plant them, right? Or crush the seeds and, cook with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of us, we are guilty of having this thing called a sweet tooth, and we like our junk or whatever. But I was wondering, if you do have that sweet tooth and you want something dessert wise, do you have any tips or anything that you can have to satisfy that quote unquote sweet tooth, but it's healthy?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a couple of things. First of all, the more bitter you eat, the less of a sweet tooth you'll have.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I mean, people eating, like common people eating sugar on a regular basis is a new thing, because that used to be something reserved for the really wealthy, because sugar wasn't easy to come by. But we, what is it? I think it's been probably 5 years now. I started implementing just more bitter greens, and we have less of a taste, like to the point that we're sensitive. Like we know if someone puts sugar in something that shouldn't be there. You know, like if you go over here,
Wow.
like sometimes I'll go over my sister-in-law's house and, you know, they'll have oatmeal or whatever. And it's like, oh, did you put like brown sugar in this? You know, like we can really notice it, you know? So that's the first thing. Second thing is I do love my chocolate. So let's so what I do is I'll buy a bar of organic dark chocolate that has more cacao in it, powder, the actual cacao powder in it, and you know, 2 or 3 squares of that every once in a while. Frozen banana ice cream is great. Frozen berry sorbet. Those are some good ideas, you know, but again, I'm all about being proactive. Just, you know, gradually over time, change your palate. And
I froze.
yeah, that'll save you on your dental bill also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Being honest.
Well, for me, in all honesty, and maybe I'm a little spoiled, but I hate shopping. I hate shopping for clothes. I hate shopping, period. I don't like going to the store. And so having to go to 2 and 3 and 4 different stores, that's irritating for me. So, you know, what would you say, and I know you're not even in my area, but do you know some stores possibly that is like a one-stop shop that I'm like, I'm good, I can go there? I know you go to Costco's, I think, but I have BJ's, you know, but where could I go that I could just get in, get out, and go home?
You know, that's a great question. All grocery stores have all the departments. They really do. So, and actually, I'm not sure. Is it Publix that you have there, or is it?
Yes.
I haven't been in a Publix in like years, but I'm guessing if it's you know, where near the way it used to be, they probably have an international aisle.
Yes.
I would just visit that international aisle and look for some of those seeds. And they may even actually have a real spice aisle, but I'd be careful with the actual spice aisle because it's going to be more expensive over there for sure. You know, and what again? I mean, you know, you can get all of these things at all of the stores. You really can. And that's another thing that I offer when I work with people is to walk them through their local grocery store, or, you know, walk with them through their local grocery store.
You want to come down to Charlotte? Because I need help.
Yeah, just open up your blab and let's walk down the aisle. For real, right? You can do it.
Oh gosh, that is one of the biggest struggles for me personally. Because I just grab and go. I'm like, oh, I just need some bread, this and that and that. And I'm like in and out. I gotta get in and out. That's how I am.
No, I mean, believe me. I mean, think about it. I've got 6 kids, so I don't hang out in the store. Okay, I can pass out in 35 minutes. Okay. So I come in with a plan. You have to, you know, you go to your grocery store all the time. So just you should have a map of the store in your mind. You know, if you don't, then, you know, always make a list. Produce, right? Produce that you want to hit. Spices, but spices, like I said, and beans, those should be staples. And they should be bought once a month. You know, it's not like you should be running to the store. The only thing you should have to get on a regular basis are the fresh foods, right? And if you eat fish or if you eat, you know, meat, you have to get that because, you know, it's only going to last so long. So you shouldn't be running to the store every day, you know, or even every week. I don't really... You know, people are not planners, and I don't make life difficult on people when I work with them. So I'm not going to tell you, oh, you need a meal plan or any of that. I don't even have a meal plan. We eat a certain way, and, you know, Wednesday, Wednesday's my heavy day, so I usually front load my cooking Mondays and Tuesdays so that I can just, grab out of my refrigerator and go.
Oh my God.
Thursday when I'm recuperating from Wednesday,
All right.
Oh my God.
All right. So, okay, let's say what advice would you give to a mother who maybe started off as a McDonald's mom, giving her kids probably stuff that she shouldn't have, and now she's read your book, she's seen the light, she's made the change for herself, but she wants to now bring her kids who came up a certain way into it. What's some ways that you can get youngins on board with it besides forcing it in their throat?
Yeah, I'm not a heavy-handed mom. I don't know if you can tell. I'm kind of fluffy. It's like, oh, it's okay, darling.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
You will I can feel there's something wrong with me when they see me eating chocolate. They're like, Mom, are you okay?
Oh my goodness.
No, but that's a really good point. So you got to take people from where they are. So they're used to, their chicken nuggets. They're used to their, their bread and their whatever. So you would just, we would start eating bread, just the regular bread. You go to not the bakery part of the store, but just where all the other breads are. And in this case, I would direct them to, like the organic breads or, some comparable consistency type of bread, something a little bit thicker. Then, as far as like the chicken nuggets and stuff, you can make chicken nuggets at home. Okay. So you can, now this may be a ramp up for the mom, but it's the mom here that would be struggling more than the child. The kid doesn't know the end result, it's still going to be chicken nuggets to them. But basically what you'll be doing is taking your chicken breast, right? And they don't even have to start with organic chicken breast, right? Because that, you have to think about it, right? So you don't want to put somebody's body into shock, right? So bring them a little bit this way. You can't go all the way from over here straight to organic. I mean, you're already going to have a reaction just to eating real food as it is. That's why, on my system, it's like the first 5 days, just try to swap one thing at a time. So you take your chicken breast, just any chicken breast, it could even be what you get at BJ's already frozen, okay? I would not say in this case to get the, like they have organic chicken nuggets. Don't do that because that's going to put you into the poorhouse overnight. But you can get the frozen like chicken breast already cut up for you. Thaw that out. And then, there you do have to get like your organic flour, okay, in this case. Okay. And then you might want to put some oats or some, some kind of something else in it and, dip it in eggs, but you're not going to, not deep fry it. We're not going to do the deep frying. I'm going to have you use avocado oil because you don't, and we brown, we don't fry, okay? So avocado oil cooks at a higher level than coconut oil. Coconut oil, if you're not accustomed to frying, if you're not accustomed to coconut oil, and you don't keep it on a medium heat, you could easily burn your pan, okay? Because it only goes up to like 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Nobody really knows what that means, but just make life easy, get some avocado oil and brown. So like once you see the golden brown, literally, you flip it over. And you don't need an inch of avocado oil because, again, you will destroy your pan with that. So that's why you have to brown it and not fry it. Okay, so that's what I would do. You're making your chicken nuggets and you're not going straight organic except for the flour, and And, maybe you can, or if most people already have flour, or you know what else? If you have, what is that called? They came up with this pancake mix. That is a power protein pancake mix. I forgot what it's called. But you can get that anywhere. You can get this pancake mix, just roll it in there and brown it like that. Chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Now, real quick. Now they love to dip it in their ranch and barbecue sauce. So, do you have any healthy alternatives for dipping sauce for it?
I don't do sauce. No sauce. You cannot have sauce. Sauce is evil. So this is what we do for sauce.
Okay, I think we're done here. We're done. No joking. No sauce. I'm just joking.
No ranch?
I'm teasing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't let go on the sauce. What we can do for the sauce is this. I'll let you have some maple syrup. Okay. Have some maple syrup and you can lightly dip in there.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Syrup. I can
deal with that. I can deal. Yeah, this is not me. This is the kids. It's the kids.
Right. Yeah, the kids. I know. It's the kids.
Oh, no.
You're making it in pancake mix anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
True,
Yes.
True.
Pancake.
Well, hearing what you're saying, and you're being very specific about the ingredients, but I know that you swear by the pressure cooker, right?
Yes.
Okay. So can you, because how you cook and prepare the food is very important. So can you tell us a little bit more about why you swear by this pressure cooker? And, and I just want to know a little bit more because I don't use a pressure cooker. I don't have one.
That's okay. It's
Not yet.
Not yet. But we're all going to go to www.workoutaroundmyday.com and click on the pressure cooker that's on every single page on my website.
It is. Oh my gosh.
So the benefit of this particular type of pressure cooker is it's a power pressure cooker, and it just makes the food healthier and it condenses the amount of time, like a compounds time. However, in full disclosure, I have to say when it comes to like my red meats and even my chicken, I do brown it first because you want to make sure that with your meat that it's fully cooked. And just for the way that I cook, I marinate my meats and everything, and just to make sure that the flavor is really a little bit in there, I will brown it for about 10 minutes. Now you can brown it in the pressure cooker, just so you know. That's the other beautiful thing about this type of pressure cooker is you keep it open for the first little bit while it's heating up, and you can brown the meat in there, brown the onions, brown the meat. And then once it gets to the right, you can see that it's brown on all sides. You just turn it on, and it has different settings. You can cook it for an additional 15, 40, or minutes or an hour. Additionally, you can make frozen vegetables for our fast food mom. And check this out. Are you ready for it? Frozen vegetables in 2 minutes. Your new best friend, huh?
Yeah.
So, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah. So rice and pasta, 6 minutes. And
wow.
Brown rice in 18 minutes, right? Because brown rice takes forever. So that's that's
wow.
Yeah.
Because time is always a factor. You're here, there, and I cook. I don't eat out. But it takes a lot. it does take a lot of time to prepare and to get things done. So yes, that's amazing.
Yeah. So I can actually cook. Remember, I told you Monday and Tuesday I front load my cooking. So I have 2 pressure cookers. So it's kind of like cook 2 meals, put it into containers. The next 2 meals, put it into containers.
So you got it all.
Yep. And while that's going on, I can be talking to you guys. Or having customer check-in calls, or being on Periscope, or I homeschool, working with my kids, or if it's I'm running late that day, I just run out to soccer practice. Whatever I need to do, I'm not tied to the stove. I don't make pancakes, I'll tell you that.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I don't want to put anybody on blast in our chat room, but we do have someone in our chat room with, I guess she would be on your FBI most wanted list, because she is a baker and she makes all kind of sweets that would get us in trouble. She's known for her cupcakes that are supposed to be amazing. But I was wondering, we won't say who it is, Yvette. We won't say who it is. But do you have any ideas for someone like herself who makes money off of, giving people cavities?
Diabetes.
Right, diabetes, right. Do you have any advice how she can make her cupcake something that, you won't feel ashamed after you eat them? Not to put her on blast, though. I'm not trying to put her on blast.
Oh, Jesus.
Cupcakes. Let's see. I will just be honest. I don't really eat cupcakes, and let's also talk about this. This is perfectly okay to go to a bakery, but let's not make it a weekly event. Once a month, or something like that. You gotta live,
Right.
So if you're gonna bake, don't use fake butter. Use the real thing. Go and get your grass-fed butter, right? And make real, the real thing.
Right.
Get the good flour. Don't just get any old flour,
Yeah. I know that's so silly. I tried so hard. See, when it comes to food, man, you got people telling jokes because this is real. This is so serious.
But you gotta live. I make cookies. I make oatmeal cookies, and I use real butter. I go to either straight to the dairy farm, because I live in West Virginia, or I just go to a farmer's market, and sometimes if I'm in Costco, I'll just get Kerrygold, but I get real butter, and people don't realize that you want to have the real thing. That's really the problem, is when people have their sweets, I think they shortcut, and they grab, everybody knows that margarine is evil, right? Everybody knows that now, right? So
I just learned it. Now I use butter. I'm guilty. And I use butter.
You don't have to use coconut oil, to bake with it. You don't have to. I will use a little bit of it in the bottom of my pan when I'm making my gluten-free brownies that don't have flour in them. I use chickpeas instead, and they're quite decadent. I'm telling you, I could be like a real French pastry chef with that. They're really delicious. But you use 100%. See, that's what you need to use, the real thing. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
See, she knows the deal, of course. If they're delicious and decadent, then that's right. Margarine is the devil.
And they're anointed.
And they are anointed, of course. A real baker would have anointed cupcakes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What does she have? What she have? TD Jakes bless them or something when they come out the oven.
So the brownies. So do you don't use it like that you know how the gooey part of the brownies? Is it gooey or is it just all? You know how some brownies have that goo in it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, they have that real chewy. Yeah.
Okay, mine are just. Have you ever had chocolate mousse?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so mine are more like that. I use like a shallow glass pan, and like I said, I use like a little bit of the fudge ribbon. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's what she's talking. Yeah, it's fudge ribbon. I don't know the baker's term for it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's like when you it's like just the goo.
I do put raw cacao nibs in it, but I also use the actual semi-sweet chocolate chips, so that may be the kind of goo that you're looking for. I'm going to tell you, I did a cooking recently, and people were surprised. They were like, oh, these are gluten-free? Oh, where's the flour? I'm like, oh, we're going to use chickpeas. And so when they tasted it, they were like, this is decadent. I don't know what other word I would use. So maybe, yeah.
Okay.
And I have a friend that she does brownies with black beans.
I heard of that before, and you wouldn't think that would taste good at all. But I heard that. I mean, black beans. Come on. I'm just saying. But I heard it was good.
I haven't tried it with black beans. I've only tried it with the chickpeas, like I said, because I think they're thicker and they have I don't know, they just give more. Baking with black beans is good. They easily translate, and the texture is great for brownies. I'll have to try it. Yeah, but I personally prefer the chickpea. Yeah.
I have this feeling about you, Cordelia, that if you were like trapped on a deserted island, you would totally get by because you would be able to use your surroundings to make meals. You would be so glad you were there because Cordelia know how to make it work. Okay, she could take whatever. I have this feeling that you could just, we would be good. We would be good when they finally came and saved us. We'd be like, oh, we was eating like champs.
Right.
And we lost weight in the process.
You're right. You don't even know, but that's so true. I go in my backyard sometimes when I don't feel like going to the grocery store.
You're kidding.
Yeah, because I don't put chemicals on my yard. So if we don't cut the grass, we can, use dandelions. Lamb's quarters grow.
Wow.
And I'm serious. Chickweed. That's the first one that you'll see the little white flowers. I don't know if you guys, maybe you see grass and you start cutting, but what you're smelling when you cut your grass early spring like this time, if you look first before you cut, you'll see the little white flowers. That's chickweed. So the chickweed, dandelion, lamb's quarters, that grows in everyone's backyard. So that would be perfect, for a salad. And that speaks to the bitter greens that I was talking about. Above and beyond that, you've got beet greens and arugula and what else? Turnip greens, and what's the other one? Mustard greens, of course. Right?
Let me ask you this question. Just based on your knowledge, how much is eating healthier attached to your mood and the way that you interact with other people?
It makes a big difference. You're more balanced, especially like we already talked about. Having that breakfast. How irritable do you get by 10 o'clock when you skip breakfast and you just have coffee? I've been there. Okay,
I'm happy work week, man. I have a natural happy. I'm like, I can't even, I'm not even lying to you. I know they thought I was crazy at the doctor's office yesterday. They're like, this girl got too much energy. It's true. I'm like this all day.
Aw, see, but you're blessed and anointed.
I like them cupcakes. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't have any sugar in my coffee. I don't drink sugar in my coffee.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my coffee is black. I don't put anything in my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm going to have to get the details on that canna because we've been trying to create a siphon all these years to get the energy out of the kids. So I want to talk to you afterwards because we can't have the whole world knowing that secret.
Oh my gosh. That's a gold mine. That's a gold mine.
Yeah.
We have a question from Yvette. She wants to know: has anyone tried coconut coffee? I haven't.
Now I don't know specifically what she's talking about. What I have done sometimes is I'll put a little bit of coconut oil in my coffee, and believe it or not, that gives it a nice flavor and a little bit of oomph. Coconut milk, I've tried that, but I'm not really like a milk coffee person. But that's not really great. They say you don't have to add anything to it. I mean, if you're saying that the coconut coffee is the one with the coconut oil, that's pretty delicious. But you don't even have to put a lot. I think I put like a teaspoon of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that if we can talk a little bit about the fitness side, because I know that you also promoting, because you stand up almost. You're always standing.
I'm standing.
Pretty much. Yes. You're standing.
I'm slouching.
I was not leaning. I wasn't leaning, but I was standing. So you stand most of the day. And I mean, for people that are working, they're 9 to 5, they're sitting in their cubicles. They get home, they're eating dinner. They might grab something to eat. How can we really incorporate a little bit more? And I know you talk about that in the book as well. How we can incorporate a little bit more activity in our day-to-day life.
Okay, I'm about to show you that because my baby is gonna come here, and I'm gonna show you exactly what that looks like. But if you're standing at your desk before she gets here, I actually did a conference last weekend, and I was showing, people how to change their workspace. And I guess I can't really turn my finger around because I'm using my laptop. But basically, a standing desk where your arm is at a 90-degree angle, it'll give, the proper rest for your wrist. And also it forces you'll be standing up straight, okay? And when you stand up straight, one thing that they told me, and whenever I do these kind of conferences, they'll tell me that they breathe better, their back does not hurt, and they can actually feel, they actually are more alert, Some of the things that you can do while you're standing, because it's a process getting accustomed to that, is, there's some side leg kicks and whatnot. So I guess she's coming up now. There, so you can like kick your legs. It's kind of like, have you ever heard of bar?
The bar?
Yeah, it's basically like ballet for the regular people. So you're standing up straight, right? Your torso is straight, and then you have your leg pointed to the side.
Like the angle.
Right.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So those are kind of some of the things, and I talk about that in my book because after the section where you go through changing your food little by little, here she is. I'll be right back.
She's so cute too, you guys. So if anybody that's here in the chat, if you guys have something that you really enjoy eating and you want to ask Cordelia how to make it healthier, this is the time right now. You can, I also recommend you to check out her book and you'll learn a lot. But I mean, if you have specifically something, I know I asked throughout the week, we had cheesecake and we had mozzarella sticks. Yeah, I know. I know. We had, potato chips, different things like that. But if you guys specifically have any questions for her, if you have something that you really enjoy but want to make healthy, please let us know right now, and I'm sure she'll be able to help you.
Aww.
See how cute she is?
Aww.
Say hello.
Hey.
Do you remember her?
What's her name?
This is Arlene.
Arlene. Okay.
Arlene. Yes.
Aww, so beautiful.
She helps me to work out around my day because I'm usually always holding her. Huh. Yeah.
So cute. Look at her. Just cheesing. Oh my gosh. So Yvette said today I had is that lumpia?
Yeah.
Lumpia, coconut, lemongrass, Thai soup, tofu instead of meat, and ice cream. I figured that's a balance. So what do you guys think?
Okay. For lunch, that sounds yummy. Tofu, you want to be careful with it. I understand, because it's made from soy, it's very important that it is either fermented, like tempura, or it's actually browned, like kind of cooked. Otherwise, that was your lunch dinner. You make me worry that if you didn't have a proper breakfast and then you had a lunch dinner, what's going on there? We can't go into starvation mode for too long. Just think about that. Yeah, too much soy is bad for women, so you want to be careful with that. But other than that, I'm not sure what lumpia is. Not really sure what that is. Thai soup, if you didn't make it, you want to be careful with that too, because sometimes when you go to the restaurants, they may have a little bit too much sodium, and even with pho, even though that's supposed to be really healthy, you got to be careful. You got to know which pho restaurant you're going to because they're not all created equal,
Yes, can you tell us a little bit more about that, about how to, because like you said, a lot of people are on the go. I cook in my household, but there's a lot of people, I cook, but there's a lot of people that go out to eat.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, she did. She made it. Yvette, she cooks too. Yeah.
Yvette is a chef.
Yes, I know, right? And a baker. Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am, of course you are.
Well, I did not give you that title, Yvette, but just saying. So I mean, what are some options for fast food? I mean, especially because they're trying to make the menus seem like they're healthy, and because all the new standards that are out and all the guidelines and everything's plastered. But I mean, what are some healthier options if we're eating out?
Right. So I just heard about this place called Perfect Pita, and I looked at the menu. Not a bad place to go. I would actually point you in that direction if there's one near you. It looks like it's up in the Northeast or Mid-Atlantic region, though. And I would go, I don't know, I've never heard of Zoe's, but I would recommend that over Panera. Panera has a lot of sauces, and they have these, I've tried out their smoothies, but it looks like their smoothies are heavy on the sugar. What are you looking at? And the other thing that worries me about Panera smoothies is I haven't always ask their, the main thing is you want to ask where things are coming from. That's what you, she's playing around. That's what you really want to think about, because how do you get a berry smoothie in March?
Right.
Mm.
The only berries that are in season right now don't grow in this country. So, and let's see, like pomegranates are not in season in California, or here. Pomegranate season is the fall, like late fall, October, November, December, maybe up until January, but after that, it makes you wonder. Blueberries don't come into season until June, and strawberries won't be in the season until next month, right? We are in April, so they'll be in season next month. You know what I mean? So just think about that, when you're going places that have smoothies all year round. Okay, where did you get your fruit? How was it harvested? How is it stored? Remember that a lot of nutrition is lost in storage. So even if they harvest it and then they freeze it, if they freeze it and vacuum seal it straight away, I'll tell you this: it should hold its nutrition longer. One of the places where I get my meat, I buy meat online. I know that they go and they'll go and process meat like every 3 or 4 weeks. And as soon as it's processed, they vacuum seal it and then they deep freeze it for 2 days so that it can have a shelf life of a year. However, here's the catch: they only process a certain number of animals so that the shelf life never exceeds 6 weeks. Okay? Because even though the shelf life can go 12 months, that's the USDA regulation. And USDA is not looking out for our health. We all know that. So
yes, we do.
So, they don't process a whole bunch of animals at a time. You understand? So it's the same thing. Just ask questions in restaurants. But so I guess that's the long answer. The short answer is, Panera's all right, but I would go to like a local place, a small family-owned deli. Okay, because they're more likely to know the source of their food. As opposed to the bigger chains. And if you don't have a choice but to go to McDonald's or Wendy's or something like that, you can get the salad, just don't put any dressing on it. Bring your own olive oil from your own house, that kind of thing.
Now, some of us out there like to partake in a little bit of alcohol drinking. I'm not much of a drinker, but what was your suggestion there? I hear they say a glass of wine in a day is good for your heart or something like that. What would you say about drinking alcohol?
So, this is a really good question, because actually one of the courses that I recently took, they're doing studies on these things all the time. So the latest and greatest is the jury's still out on whether or not a glass of wine is going to save your life. If you live near the vineyard and you're drinking fresh wine that was just, wine has to age, but if you live near the vineyard and that kind of thing, and you're eating the real good stuff, yes. That's pretty much it. And above and beyond that, remember, fermentation creates sugar, right? So you could take all the sugar out of your diet, but if you're drinking alcohol, you're basically putting it back into your diet. Okay? And because it's basically empty calories, you'll be not only eating up your teeth, it eats up the enamel itself, but you'll also be just opening up the door for lots and lots of fat to accumulate on your body. For women, this is really bad because the recommendation is one alcoholic beverage, and that's wine or anything. The problem for women is that we have more fat in our bodies. So when we drink alcohol, it goes straight to those fat cells that are like lodged between our muscles.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
technically a man could drink more than a woman. And, you know, it's not a sexist thing. It's a physiological, biological fact.
Right.
But as you get older, I'll give you an example. The effects, hey, see, here we go. This is what we're doing. She's climbing up.
Well, I'll let you finish this so then you can, because I want to respect your time too. So if you finish this, and let us know. You were giving us an example.
Yeah, so an example is if I have chocolate mousse on Sunday, it'll take me until Wednesday for that to fully digest. Okay?
Wow.
And that's the same effect as if I had had a highball, right? A little thing like this of liquor, hard liquor. As a woman, hey, come on now.
You're a jungle gym.
Yes,
I see.
There it is. So,
Yes.
you know, that highball will take until Wednesday to come off. Whoa. So that's really the effects that alcohol has on a female body, and it's about the same for a man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. She's like, listen, Linda, listen.
My mommy.
Yes.
She's about to pin you there. I think
I know.
we're gonna count you out in a minute.
One, two, three.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, how sweet. Well, I know that we do the segment This Day in History.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yes, every week we like to give you a little history. And today is April 8th, and we're going to go to April 8th, 1990. And Percy Julian, developer of drugs to combat glaucoma and method to mass produce cortisone, and George Washington Carver are the first African American inventors admitted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in their the Hall's 17-year history. And this was in 1990. So Percy Julian, who's a figure that a lot of people are not aware of, but I definitely challenge you to find out more about him. And in 1990, both him and George Washington Carver was the first African Americans inventors admitted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame. So check that out, and it's in our show notes. And I want to take a moment to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat room. Oops, hitting the wrong button. You gotta forgive me there. All right, let's see. Who do we have in the chat room? Of course, you know, you have me and Kiana and Cordelia, but we also have Mustafa. We have Yvette, Dr. Vibes himself, Lewis,
Yes.
Priest Willis. We got the clergy in the house. And
all right.
We have Mama Sunfly. You know, who that's another person we definitely got to get on the show as well. She's amazing as well. So for all of those who are stuck it out here with us, thank you so much. And plus
Thank
one
you.
was in the house too. I guess he just checked out, as well as others. Thank you for coming, and you know, we appreciate that. So now let's go to your book. What is the best way that you would suggest that we our copy of your book?
You can get it off of Amazon. It's also available on my website. I just popped it in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Workoutaroundmyday.com. I love it. I
Mm-hmm.
love it. I love it. And what if we want a signed copy? Is there a way that we can do that?
Then you have to buy it from my website. Yeah.
From the website. Okay. All right. And then you can get that signed copy. All right.
Awesome.
What about social media?
On social media, I'm at Workout Around My Day. Oh, you got it on there for me. Okay. I Workout Around My Day on Twitter. It's on Facebook. It's facebook.com/, and then it's just the initials. So it's WOAMD.
Mm-hmm.
That's my actual Facebook page. And what again? Instagram is just my name. So I'll put it on chat.
And before we say good night, does anybody want to hop in real quick to ask a question or make a statement? The floor is yours. So while we're waiting for anyone, if they want to come in, Kiana, how can we get you on social media as well as tell us about Happy Work Week?
Oh, okay. Well, I am across the board. All my handles are Happy Work Week on Twitter, Snapchat. I actually do Snapchat now. You know, that's interesting, right? Tumblr, gosh, Pinterest, everything's Happy Work Week. Skype, Happy Work Week. All around, okay? And Happy Work Week is pretty much, I really want to focus on helping people alter their work week perspective and really lead a positive life and career. So many people are unhappy with their careers, and that's what I really focus on. It's all about happiness and enjoying your life. All right. So Kente, how can people find you?
They can find me at Kente F. And also, we have a group that we haven't been promoting like we should. So please forgive us for that. We are going to definitely fix that. Make sure you like our like page as well as join our group. Okay. And the group is, the page is facebook.com/BE365. And that's all the letters BETHREESIXFIVE. And the group, our group is facebook.com/groups/BET. BE365 spelled out. BET. Yes. I just want to say BET.
That's what you want to do
for some crazy reason. Also, too, just as some programming notes, is we have a lot of other great programs coming up. Next week, we'll be joined by author/comedian Jordan Hales. That should be awesome. Talking about her book, Your Brand is Boring. We have Ava Laura and Fitzgerald from Boot to Boom will be joining us as well the following week. And we also have author Diamond Disclosure, and her book is called Why Am I the Only Black Girl in the Shaman Room? And that's April 29th. And then also we have on May 6th, Heartbreak to Wholeness with Tracy Reddy. So we have a great bunch of shows that are coming up, and I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
I mean, Cordelia, I thank you immensely for joining us tonight and everything that you have taught us, down to no sauces. You have taught us so much in this 1 hour. And I mean, I'm really so thankful for your friendship. I'm thankful for you to join us tonight. Just such a blessing.
You're welcome. And there's so much more. I mean, it sounds like I've really shared a lot of information, but there are studies constantly going on, and I'm making sure that I'm getting my education. So there's only more. I have a lot to share with you if you're looking to change the way you eat, the way you move, and you're ready to take a stand for your health.
Awesome.
And you can like us right there in that box on on Facebook. It's right there for you. Just click the like button. And what we have in the chat room, sauces are the devil.
And the great thing about liking the page, you'll be able to see the upcoming events. You'll be able to look at the replay. So if you did come in at the end of this show, you'll be able to check out the replay. She gave such amazing information. You'll be able to see some of the upcoming things and anything else that we might want to share, and be able to communicate more about our Black empowerment. Really just coming together as a community, you know?
Yes. Yes. So with all that said, I'm Kente.
And I'm Kiana.
And we'll catch you next time right here. Peace.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.